Okay, fuckers.
As
I love that
prophesied?
that is where this recording is going to start.
Okay,
Okay,
fuckers.
fuckers.
I hope that's the fucking title of this video.
Oh my god, guys! I had a really bad weekend, so I am grateful for all of you right now. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I love you all.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck every single one of you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get started. Who wants to take it? Who wants to recap for inspiration?
I will be happy to do it unless anybody's going to step up to the plate. Doesn't sound like it. All
You
right.
got it.
Give me 3. It was a pretty dedicated session. We started off arriving at the Temple of Decanter. Yeah. Passed through trees to the doorway to Decanter's Tower. We cleared the main level. Didn't really find anything on the temple floor itself, except we did find a hidden door underneath a very Outer Realms symbol for home. Decided to put a pin in that, went up and explored the tower, where we found the tower in which Valor kept Baron, and we also found the body, skeletal remains of his master Malleus. Valor recalled some time spent with Baron and sort of came to terms with what had happened. We went down. I'm sorry, I've already skipped the most, and we've lost somebody. I've already skipped the most important part. We had a bunch of axe beaks running around, clogging up the place. And we're back.
You're welcome.
And yeah. After that, we jumped through a portal into another world and killed some brainy folks. There was an Elder Brain. There was a bunch of Illithids and a giant big boy beefy Illithid. Put them all down. Razik turned into an a fire elemental and burned up all the tadpoles and essentially cleansed the place. We were in a pocket dimension at the time, which upon the death of the Elder Brain closed itself up. And so we amulet of the plains somewhat shakily back to Waterdeep to end the session.
It was close.
Yep.
It was rocky. I was really hoping.
We almost went to Humblewood.
Yep. Also worth noting that I'm pretty sure the brain got dropped in the Shadowfell. The Hunger of Hadar ate it apart.
Yeah, it was Hunger of Hadar and slurped up.
Absolutely.
So
is that we left Ava.
It's a substantial offering.
That is
and a weird
that
one.
is also
We did
true.
leave Ava, yes.
Was guarding the doorway and is theoretically still guarding the doorway.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still there, so there's no reason to think that she's been blown up, and it's not like Faye can't put her back together, but she's not here at the moment.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So, you guys are back in Waterdeep. I believe that Faye took you all back toward... I want to say it was Falconmere.
Yeah.
That feels right. So, is there anything that we need to start with? I know a couple of you have some really important things you need to do. So does anyone have any really small minutia stuff they want to take care of real quick, or should we just get right into some more important things? Cool.
I can't think of anything for orcs. So.
All right. Cody.
Yeah, so when there is a moment, probably fairly quickly before we leave Falconmere, Valor is going to try to take Razik aside. It is not going to be subtle. But Valor will...
That's my arm, Valor.
I require a conversation. a request.
Okay. Well, we can talk.
Yes.
Don't pull quite so hard.
That was my bad. Foible.
It's okay. The foible's okay. What can I help you with, Val?
Can one of your druid friends take me back to there for a brief errand? To the tower.
Well, I mean, I can certainly ask, but what? Why do you need to go back so soon?
It will be a brief trip. I will also require a sheet or a sleeping bag.
Okay, hold on one second. See that?
Yes.
That has me more concerned than the trip back because in all the time that I have known you, despite my suggestions otherwise, I have not known you to sleep.
I will not be sleeping. I will be using it to carry something.
Would you mind telling me what it is you plan on carrying?
Yes. I have a number of new memories. I will go to retrieve something. Do you want to know what it is?
Well, yeah, that would be nice. Are you going to retrieve Ava?
I can retrieve Ava while I am there. I was planning on it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know why that needs to happen right now, though. I mean, I think we plan on going back in a few days. Maybe in about a week when Merrick gets here.
I am going to retrieve one of my frames.
Well, okay, I guess.
Do not worry, unlike the endeavors of our other party members, mine will not involve death. The saying is 2 heads are better than 1.
I will ask Blossom if it is either possible that either he can take you and bring you back in the same day, or if not, if he knows someone that can do that, or if he could take several another druid along with him, so that you do not have to stay overnight like you would if I took you.
That would be appreciated. I wish this to be brief. I do believe there is a window of time before I will be able to conduct this again. It would be ideal to test this sooner rather than later.
Okay, well let's go find Blossom.
Yes.
And presumably we can find Blossom.
Not a problem.
Hello, Blossom.
Hello, Razik. Is everything all right?
Yes. Do you remember Vala?
Hello.
I do. Hello.
Well, you might not be aware of this, but the in a strange quirk of fate, the location that was Decanta's lair was also home to Vala a very long time ago. And as it turns out, there are some items there that he needs to retrieve. But I am only able to transport people via plants once a day, and I've already done that today. And also because I can only do it once a day, if I were to take him, we would have to be there overnight. I was wondering if you either know how or have the resources to make it a quicker trip for him, and if so, would you be willing to do so?
I have 35 gold.
Oh, gold is unnecessary. It is valuable resources, but we can spare them, I believe. Everyone who is here has been healing well. It has not been required that we use such high powers of magic. Well, give me a minute. And he totters off and comes back with a couple of druids, clearly an elven individual, and that same satyr that you've encountered some time ago back in Zix. And he says that these two will be able to take you.
May I have a sleeping bag
Certainly.
or a sack? A large sack.
I suppose, but I don't understand why you would need a sleeping bag if you were going to be coming right back.
Yes, I will be putting something in it.
Very well. He will go off again and bring back some things that you can use to carry.
Yeah. Valor will like turn to look at Raz and say, "Thank you very much. Tell the rest I will be back very soon. I will try to bring Ava."
Oh no, well, someone here will tell them because we won't be long.
Excellent. We should perhaps tell them. We do not want to do a Phala.
Yeah, that would be a foible.
Ah, foible. If we inform Oryx, that should be sufficient.
Yeah, I'll go find somebody, and I'll go looking for whomever I first seen in the party.
Pete!
Yes.
Hi, Pete.
Was there more to that?
No, I just said hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. You?
I'm good. Val and I are going to be gone for a little bit, just a quick little bit. We'll be right back. We're going to go grab Ava, and apparently something that Vala dropped in old temple at his old house.
Oh, are you sure you don't need other people?
Well, I don't think so. We asked several of the druids here at Falconmere, and they said they'd be able to take us and bring us right back. So we're just gonna pop in, scoop that stuff up, and be right back. It shouldn't be very long, an hour, maybe two.
I can tell the others. Be safe.
Okay.
Wait, maybe
Yeah?
I should get your scrying diamond in case you're not back in 2 hours, so I can find you.
Well, yeah, I can certainly do that, but I don't use it. I use this bowl that I fashioned out of
Oh, right. Sorry.
the green
Dragon's
dragon that we took down. So yeah, why don't you hold on to this and yeah, well, I'll see you soon.
And I will go back to the rest of the group and relay that message.
And as I return to the place where I left Valor, is he still there or is he vamped out?
I'm still there. As far as I know, you're coming back.
Yeah, no, I'm coming right back. So.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Truthfully, the two of you in combination are probably the most reliable.
This
Well,
is
I
probably the
feel
most
attacked.
uncharacteristic, actually. Just Valor and Razik to abscond somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. The tree in Jarenth's quarters is opened. You can walk through. You are taken back to the Fallen Lands, a place, a location at this point that many of the druids have become a little bit more familiar with because there's been a lot of transport via plants to this place at this point. And Valor, you can go and retrieve the items that you would wish to pick up.
First thing, if we go to where Ava is, it occurs to me that Ava might not come with us, but it's probably worth, like, if programming doesn't dictate, I don't think Valor would know better than to try to, like, drag Ava along.
Yes, without orders, which can only be taken from Faye.
Yeah.
All Ava will do is defend herself.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
in truth, like if you're not behaving particularly aggressively, I don't see why it would be out of the realm of possibility given a minute of time of working to more or less grapple her and then bring her back.
Oh, she'll try to fight you off, but she's not very strong.
Yeah, I mean, if the others can carry the other frame, I could probably carry Ava.
That's sensible.
There are 16 Axbeak roaming around.
You just blowing spell slots, or
Yep.
Okay,
Thunder
just-
animals.
They just live here now. This is where the Axbeak live.
for an hour.
You
Right,
set
just
up-
in case there's
This is now
trouble,
the
we've
Temple
got
of Axbeak.
right. We've got some protection for an hour.
So, like, in terms of defending herself, does Ava like do the lightning punch thing?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Not if grappled. She'll just
Okay.
try to avoid being grappled and then continue standing there.
Yes.
So I'm just sort of carrying a slightly jittering and wiggling Ava.
More or less.
Okay.
And you can indicate the other things that you want.
Mhm.
The 2 druids can retrieve it for you and bring you back to the tree.
Yeah. I think while we're there, Valor will say to Razik, I do not have use of the other 2.
So these two are going to stay here.
Yes. They are
Okay.
older.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, all right. Back to the tree.
Yeah.
Then back to Falconmere with all of the...
Hi, Axbeaks.
And back to Falconmere with your retrieved goods.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where the rest went, but at this point it's gonna occur to Valor that they maybe want to do this here.
Okay.
Valor is very heavy.
Okay, so it's been the better part of an hour. I'm assuming since Pete mentioned more or less what is happening to everyone else, I don't anticipate anyone having wandered off. Is that appropriate?
Yeah, no. Zira's probably Cora's probably like hanging around like the party and stuff, and she's sleeping somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see any reason orcs would have wandered off.
I got shit to do, but it can wait a couple hours.
Okay. So you can find everybody, certainly.
Yeah. Valor will like lay the like sack down on the ground and like shake it, jangling one of the frames out onto the floor. Razik, is this a safe place to leave this frame? Like points to their chest. As in like the Valor chest.
Wait, what's that now?
I will need a safe place to put myself.
Yeah. What's that now?
What part did you not understand?
You're not coming with us?
I am.
Great. So you don't need to put yourself anywhere. Let's go.
If you need a place, I mean I could just store it at the Machinist Guild.
I do not want them to tamper with it.
Oh, they won't. And if they do, you're gonna get a right stern talking to. No one should have access to my room but me.
Are you capable of carrying it?
Carrying it.
I will not be.
I mean, we could just move this little party over yonder. It's a couple blocks away.
Valor turns to orcs. Should I leave it here, or take it to the Machinists Guild?
Whatever makes
Well,
you most comfortable. you're worried about it being tampered with, I can't imagine anyone either place will.
I
Well,
cannot allow it to be tampered with. That would not be efficient.
Well, I can't speak much to the guild, but no one will mess with it here.
Should we make the arrangements now or after?
I'm sure whatever living quarters you guys have wouldn't mind a Valor statue. You can probably go just in there.
We if you're really worried, we could take it up to the dock ward, but I mean, we'd have to get in.
Let us find a room here. I will remain
That seems
standing.
easiest.
That is a good idea.
You put it in Decker's room here.
Yeah, I think, like, Valor will, like, pick the sack, like, roll the sack over the frame, be like, let us go to the room. It may be hard to move me.
Okay. Done.
So yeah, I think Valor is gonna stand and, like, hold out their arms and say, will somebody please place it into my arms?
Did we inform Decker of we should inform Decker before we like come into her room and just be like, hey, by the way, Valor's gonna change really quick. Don't mind. I know you're kind of bedridden right now, but like just watch this happen, okay? Okay, cool. This
She
might be
doesn't
horrifying.
She doesn't stay
Oh wait,
here.
she doesn't that's right. No, but
She has-
isn't she still recovering?
She has like an apartment, I thought.
She has an apartment in the Fields Ward. She's been here for a few days after resurrection to make sure she's all right. But she's been wandering around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, as I
wasn't aware
recall,
that
we
she
had to go
had
through a guard checkpoint
Mhm.
and like convince them to let us through to go check out her apartment. So I don't think she's going back there right now. I mean, I guess she could theoretically be knocking the guards to let them through, but like knocking them on the head, not like, you know what?
My insinuation was not that she would go back to her own place, just that she was so adamant at staying at her own
Yeah.
place last time that she might just get a new place.
That's
Gotcha.
fair.
as soon
That
as
does
she's
sound like
recovered
Decker.
anyway. Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah.
second she's like gonna be allowed to leave here, she's just gonna fucking dip. But
That's the Decker way.
yeah. That was just kind of my read on the situation.
Okay.
Yes, you don't have to ask permission if she's not there. That's how
gonna-
that works.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Go pin Decker down?
Yeah.
No,
She-
no.
we could try.
I'm not gonna be the one. I'm not gonna be the
I
one
feel
who
like
says anything.
you don't find
For-
Decker if Decker doesn't want to be found.
For a recovering handicapped person, she is difficult to pin down.
Yeah. She's exceptionally good at, like, being swift and remaining hidden.
Well, Decker's room it is. Cool.
Cool. How do you want to do this?
Valor is going to, like, try to lock themselves in place and hold their, like, arms out. And the head will pivot slightly and say, please place it myself into my hands.
Okay.
Okay. Oryx picks up the other body and sets it in your arms, and there is that same confusion, that same stretching of consciousness that you felt the first time you encountered these forms. That is reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
You just let it happen.
Yep.
Okay. The bioarcana begins to pull from the back of your body first and pull itself slowly forward as if it is just a small, like a stretched unit that is climbing through the fingers of the plated armor and then slowly inching its way under the plating of this other body. Everyone else sees the light in Valor's helmet slowly dim, and the brightness of the light as it moves past, like, up through the torso and past the arms into this other body intensify in both color and brightness and heat for a moment as it inches slowly into this body, settles itself, and sets. And there is quiet for a moment where there is absolute blankness, the only approximation of what could possibly be death that Valor has ever experienced. And then an alertness, a sharpness, a vivid brightness as a smaller form awakens, and you feel a system telling you that you are powering on. And the body begins to scan and assess their place, reanalyze memory, form new memory, and add to the accumulated memory that Valor has already experienced passages and moments that they were not allowed to remember. Moments more explicitly tailored around the mother and the son. And moments with the mother were quiet, peaceful, and with an overwhelming air of exhaustion around her at all times. And a frequent reliving and a rehashing of what she was hoping she would be able to do in her last few months, which is set some sort of barrier with the intention to protect Baron, because in whatever capacity and whatever thing had gifted her magic, she did not know what to do with it, and was worried that the volatility was going to become a problem for both her and her son being in the same place. Being as sick as she was, there was only a limited amount of time and only a small amount of potential spiritual magic and energy she would be able to use to help Baron past her death. And with that, Query is online.
Yeah, I think Query, like, unfolds slowly, like, stands up, is very still for a second, then kind of, like, rolls, like, their shoulders. Query is only, like, 5'7", and is very slight compared to Valor. But has an actual, like, something approximating a face instead of just a blank, like, faceplate. Yeah, there's a moment where Query's just standing around, like, you see the eyes, like, unlike Valor's where they look like they're just eye holes, like, staring ahead, the eyes can actually move. So they're, like, flickering, like, the head doesn't have to move to, like, look around the room. Hello.
Well, that's different.
Indeed, it
Hi.
is.
Do you remember us?
Yes, I remember you. I am we. We remember everything.
I mean,
In point of fact, we remember more.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I see. You're a hermit crab. I understand now.
An apt analogy, yes. I am still sifting through memories. For instance, Phala. The circle below Lord Decanter. Yes, you tried to recreate it. You did poorly. Would you like me to recreate it for you?
Well, shit, you don't gotta shit on my handiwork like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not an artist.
I have perfect recall. It was not a judgment on you.
Yeah.
I require equipment. I have a drawing utensil. I will require paper. I also require leather armor. And hopefully a hood. I am more comfortable in a hood.
I think we can find something here.
This unit's memory was not tampered with.
Huh.
Is
Strange that
that
they
why
sent
you made the
Valor.
change?
We made the change because 2 heads are better than 1. Valor remembered some of what it is to be me. So we concluded. Smarter is better, and also I am expendable.
Wait, but if you're expended, what does that mean for Valor?
You must retrieve the core and bring it back to the frame.
Also, secondary question. If
Yes.
you have all these memories that Valor didn't, if you are expended, would
Yes.
your memory that the core now produced and remembered, would those be transferred to Valor, or are they just restricted full stop?
I do not believe Valor would remember the majority, but our memories are contiguous. They would remember their time as me. We would remember it.
Well,
I understand this is difficult to understand.
yeah, I mean, it's more like your time as you includes remembering the things that Valor lost. So wouldn't that just
Yes.
fill in the gaps?
Valor was tampered with.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
There are restrictions. Query's head, basically spins around 360 to look behind them. Restrictions placed on the frame, I believe.
Well, that's a shame. Glad
Can you,
you have
remove the
less.
restrictions from that frame?
I do not believe so. It is not, however, strictly necessary.
All right. Then I guess we have a shopping trip to go with Query.
Yes. First. Memory indicates you did not properly appreciate Valor until combat, yes? When you saw what we could do.
Would no. Valor's our friend. What?
But you did not properly understand why you should bring Valor along. You did not understand their efficiency.
It'd be more accurate to say that we don't make a habit of bringing others into our dangerous mess. Just sort of period.
That is sensible.
Yeah, we
Do
just
you-
happened to cross paths with what is it? The boy Sprite Pepsi?
Ah,
That was
yes,
kind of
Sprite Pepsi.
important.
Sprite
So-
Pepsi is still the prime imperative. You
Yeah, see,
all are
you're fighting
secondary.
steel.
Oof, yikes.
So, how long you gonna be with us?
I am not sure. I will require 4 days until I can reintegrate with Valor. Bear in mind that I am Valor, but I am not. Closer to say we are a we.
Okay, 4 days, understood.
Should I demonstrate my competencies?
You could also list.
You require a list of my competencies. Query holds up both hands, and you see like one of the fingers like turns into what looks like a pen or some kind of quill. Like they're like cycling through tools, and like one of them you see is clear like thieves' tools with a couple different attachments on it. This frame was designed with a different purpose. Oh, and also, on one of the like forearms, a like blade pops out.
Yeah.
Those
Jeez, that's actually kind of cool when it's not nightmarishly attached to somebody's arm, isn't it?
It is not attached to my arm. It is inside of my arm. Oh, and on the other arm, like turns it over, and there like a what looks like a crossbow thing like sprinks out.
That's not a terrible idea, Cora. If someone was willing to part with a little pound of flesh, they could probably haul out a little bit. You know, just gonna go ahead and so attach a little knife in there.
Yeah, Arcana multi-tool for an arm. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna take that down.
These are my combat and skill-based competencies. But you require more demonstration, I believe, to properly understand what it is I am and can do. Is this acceptable?
Cora's gonna look around to the rest of the party and say, I mean, I don't think necessarily doing the full, like, combat spread just because is fine. We trust you if you
Whatever
made
makes you
decisions that
happy.
thought- yeah. I mean, if you need to, cool, but, like, I trust your judgment that you are gonna operate more efficiently like this in whatever situation. Valor wasn't dumb. You're not dumb.
Valor was not dumb, but I am much smarter. Certainly more efficient. I have access to all of my memories, but I can consider them in ways Valor could not. I see you do not understand. You believe my primary function is combat, yes? A foible.
No. I'm gonna settle on no.
I do my best not to make any assumptions.
Yeah, also, the fact that your arm is basically a multi-tool does kind of give me an inkling that that's not true. Valor was kind of, you know, straight and narrow, to the point. Big hammer, big buff frame.
To my credit, we watched and observed. We did not deeply consider, however. I am capable of that. For instance, Razik, your lack of religious or ethical considerations on the matter of dead flesh, and further on the matter of souls, is empirically sound. We would argue that souls are not inherently necessary to life.
You 4 days, you say, right?
Yes. Slayer Orcs, you are next. Are you ready?
I don't
Ready.
think I want to stick around for my turn. I want to go.
Oh, we will do you next then.
Oh no, I'm good.
Phala?
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Are
I
you sure?
appreciate it. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. You guys have fun getting roasted by the new
Okay,
Valor.
would you prefer me to point out your foibles to them? Or would you prefer that I keep them secret?
Oh yeah, you guys can go ahead and talk behind my back. That's fine. I got shit to do.
We will see you later.
Razik, do you still need another day before we're able to go?
I do, but maybe I can find Blossom. Say not Valor. Just a
You may
word
call
of
me
advice.
Barry.
Okay, not Valor. It people generally don't like when you talk about them and make judgments on them to their faith.
It is not
It's not.
judgment.
Yeah, I understand that a lot of it is statement of fact, but I feel like in your observations, you might have picked up that some of us are a bit more sensitive to facts that they might not like.
You do not require my assessments.
We may require your assessment in the future about other things we encounter, but when you make assessments about our persons, it's considered rude.
It is not something you wish to know.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, but just not like.
Privately
Right,
then.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Not now.
We will
We
not
do have
air
kind of
dirty
like-
laundry.
That's less my personal concern, but yeah, I guess so. For a general rule.
What is the purpose of these assessments?
To demonstrate. I have taken previous information Valor has gathered, and I have considered it. Made assessments. Extrapolations Valor could not.
Well, let's consider your demonstration concluded and get you some of them supplies you need.
Faye is gonna dip her head back in, panting. Hey, I'm going to the Temple of God to make a rededication. Oh fuck. I got like halfway out of here before I realized I did that thing I was doing again that I said I would not do anymore.
That is character progress. Thank you.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to know what that means. All right, I'm
I
out of
hope
here.
you find what you are looking for.
Oh God.
After saying that, Query looks back around. That was part of hers.
No, Cora. When you said character progress, Cora was snickering, like just covering her mouth. Oh man. All right. Okay. Cool. Supplies.
You
Yes.
needed leather, a hood,
Mm-hmm.
paper. Anything else?
I do not think so. I have 20 bolts. Perhaps more.
I'm sorry, 20 what?
Bolts.
Oh, for like a crossbow.
Yes, for precision. Malleus had a habit of naming things.
Well, best weapons have names, I guess, so.
Well, let's go shopping then.
Mm-hmm.
I am deficient in gold.
We'll take care of you, not Valor.
You may call me Query. Or Valor if you prefer. I am still Valor.
Well, you can be Query.
That is acceptable. Thank you.
Oh yeah, because they needed your permission.
Razik starts heading out.
Yep.
Okay. What you picking up?
I basically just need... I mean, I don't know if we have the money for studded leather.
Just regular
How
stuff?
much? Yeah, how much is it?
I was gonna say.
Regular studded leather.
Like 75 gold.
It's like,
I'm pretty sure we've got enough gold.
yeah, I don't even think it's that much. Pretty sure studded leather's like 35.
I know it's +1 where the price jumps like crazy.
Studded leather armor is 45.
Studded
Just out of
leather,
curiosity, how much is +1 studded leather?
You don't want to hear it.
yeah, it jumps like hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? I want to hear it.
So it is. Where is my thing? Shoot, where did my rules go? We'll just say it's gonna be 250. Still not that bad, but
Yeah.
exponentially more expensive than standard.
Sure. 250 it is.
I have a rule
Okay.
for that somewhere, but it's fine.
Yeah, I can contribute to that. Razik
Yeah.
figures we've got to keep this dumb thing alive for at least 4 days. We can get Valor back.
Keep this dumb thing alive for more than 4 days. It's so good. How much you putting in? Because I can just cover the whole thing.
I have 35 gold.
I've got 560 gold.
Oh my god! Fucking, I will buy
shit.
it for you. Jesus Christ!
I have 861 platinum, so that's
Whoa.
like 8,600.
Yeah, Cora will just like, count out the money and slap it on the counter. For the armor at least.
Okay.
So 250 is my. Holy shit! Oh, you guys are. Oh my god! Am I the only person that's rich in this party now? Besides
Oryx?
Baylor
I mean,
Oryx.
and Oryx?
Orcs is saving for stuff, one assumes.
no, I mean, I got Gilfor. I use an infusion on a regular spear for my offhand.
Yeah,
The-
she doesn't need a lot. Like, she
The,
doesn't have.
the plate that I'm wearing technically is magic, but doesn't have any, like, it's not +1 or anything like that. It just looks like an awesome ass suit, so it's not going anywhere.
All right.
You could probably get it enchanted. I mean, if we ever had time, which we don't. Fucking.
Hey, I have
got that.
I have explicitly given you guys at least 2 occasions of take care of things that take time to do. Excuse you.
Never enough to
Oh.
get something enchanted. Never, ever, ever, never. Because enchanting takes too long.
I think
Not
the
a
only
comment on you, just the mechanics of how long enchanting takes.
the only other thing I think that Query might want is just like a basic traveling cloak.
Okay, that's common close, so 5 silver.
And I think Query will ask Orcs, Slayer Orcs, a question.
Just Oryx, please.
Yes, Orcs. Will we be needing disguises?
Don't believe so.
Okay, then I will not buy a kit. Know, however, that I am proficient.
Okay, good to know.
I buy Query a disguise kit.
Okay.
Better be safe than sorry.
Out of curiosity, Query, what is your assessment?
Of you?
Yes.
Would you like it privately?
I mean, I asked, so this is fine.
You are a fine leader, but you are crippled by an unshakable deficiency in competence. Crippled perhaps in more ways than one, and not always by others. Easily rectified. Simply note the merit in your demonstrable achievements.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Did I offend? Or was that acceptable?
No, that's fine.
I am extrapolating. Valor observed many things, but did not understand many of them.
Oh gosh, I'm morbidly curious on my assessment.
Hmm.
Shoot.
A moment, please.
Take
Okay.
your time. That was quick.
We enjoy your company. Prior to me, we did not understand why you refused to enjoy ours. You believe that you are capable of harming us, yes. But we do not believe you would willingly do so. Rest assured.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Cora like pumps her arm and like smiles at Oryx.
Ah. The purpose of this was not to diminish you. I am still me.
Oh no, you're totally fine, Query. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, you're a selfish scumbag or something like that.
No, that is a judgment. I am assessing.
Valor, or sorry, Razak, can we keep them? Can we keep them?
I was not aware
Razak.
that I had offended Razik. I thought I was giving him validation.
Razak has torn small strips off of one of the pelts that he has in his bag of holding, and he's tying one strip around each of his fingers on his right hand. So he has 4 strips of pelt, one tied around each finger.
What?
Give it time. It'll make sense.
Is that related to your magic?
Would you like your Thithmint?
Yes, please.
You talk too much.
This is perhaps true. Thank you.
Anything else you need? Got to make sure you're in tip-top shape.
I do not believe so.
Okay then. Auric, do you want to go try and find Decca and let her know that we are headed out to the log tomorrow?
Yeah. Any idea where she might be? We haven't been finding her at the Enclave before, but
Well, maybe we should go back to the Enclave and ask if anybody there knows where she is.
I could always like fly to her apartment, see if she's there, report back while you guys do that. Save some time walking about.
That sounds like a good idea.
I can go with you. Okay.
All right, come on, Query. Let's go.
She's not at her apartment. There's nobody around. She is at the Enclave in the gardens.
And sorry, before we continue, is her apartment like I'll probably like peek around in there. Has she been back or is it still kind of like a little ransacked?
It looks as you left it last.
Which is like poured through, all the animals gone.
Yeah.
And we didn't find anything the first time here, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'll fly back to the Enclave.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Razik. New friend?
Well, sort of. Do you remember Valor?
Yeah?
This is not Valor.
Hello, Decker.
Hi. Yes. Hi, you're not... yeah, you're not Valor.
Indeed, I am not.
Okay.
But I am.
Okay.
Rather, we are.
Okay.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Okay, what is your name?
Ah, well, it has been a point of issue for some. You may continue to call me Valor if you wish, or you may call us Query.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm with you now. All right. Do you have preferences?
Not necessarily. Query for ease of access. That is what this frame was named.
All right.
She sticks out her hand for you to shake.
I used to be called Ada. I like to be called Decker. I get it.
Indeed. Apologies in advance. We left violence back in your room. Ah, we left Valor, the frame, back in your room. Its name was Violence. Before Baron. But you don't know about Baron. Apologies.
Let me see if I can help, Deca. You see, it turns out that Vala is sort of like a hermit crab, and
Yes.
he crawled into this thing, but he's gonna crawl back into the old shell in like 4 days or so, and we left the old shell in the room you've been staying in here because we figured that's the safest place to leave it.
You see the face journey of confusion as she is tracking what you both are saying to her.
Oh yeah, between the two of us, we are a mess.
Hermit crab is quite apt.
Hermit crab. Okay.
Far more complex, but it captures the essence, yes.
Called Valor or Violence.
That one is, yes.
And you are Query.
Yes.
Okay.
It is factually correct to call that one Violence. But we would prefer Valor. If we are speaking of preferences.
Speaking of preferences, yep, you got it. Valor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
We
Gotcha.
admire your efficiency and self-sufficiency.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that compliment.
It was an assessment.
Well, then I know that it was objective. Thank you.
Indeed.
Anyway, what'd you guys need?
I thought I'd let you know that we are planning on heading to Lork tomorrow, and I know that Oryx in particular wanted you to join us.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. She was saying there was something she wanted to show me. Yeah, great.
Yeah. So I just want to give you the heads up. We will be leaving from here, so make sure you're here tomorrow morning.
Great, cool. Hey, I've seen Pete around, and I've seen Oryx around. I've seen you around, Razik. But like, did Faye and Zira leave? Did they bail?
Ah, we did not tell you, did we?
Well,
Huh?
Zira's dead.
Zira is dead, yes.
Oh.
Her body was handed over to the Zentarum because it turns out they had a bounty on her head.
Factually correct.
Oh God.
Yes. Faye had the misfortune of finding an item in Decanter's lair that she thought would be wise to stick in her faith. And that turned out to be cursed, and she could not get it out safely. So actually, much like not Vala here, we sort of did the hermit crab thing to her. We took her out of the body with the thing in its face and got her a new body.
Uh-huh.
Yes. One of them grew taller and the other smaller.
No. The other didn't grow anything because the other is dead. Is very dead.
Hmm.
And if anyone asks, she's dead because
Yes.
the Zentarum have her body.
Razak speaks true. Slight duplicity. Necessary, though.
Her, you.
We have a new companion. Her name is Cora. I believe you will like her just as much as Zyra.
Yes, it's entirely a coincidence that Cora arrived at the exact same time that Zira passed. The two things are not at all related. Zira's dead.
Yes, minor duplicity. Necessary ruse.
She does her best to. I just rolled an insight check. To kind of fold her arms.
Razak puts his hands on either side of her face and is just sort of looking her dead in the eye. He's like, Zira died. Yes?
I get it, Razak.
Yeah, Zira's dead.
Yeah. Okay, so this, Cora.
Indeed.
Yeah. Now, okay. More importantly, I think, why did Zira get to the Zentarum?
Well, I'm not sure I understand the question. I mean, the Zentarum were the ones that had put the price out on her head, and we had actually encountered some of their assassins a few times, and we were assured that they would not stop until Zero was dead, and so Zira decided to sacrifice herself for the group's safety, and
Yeah.
being the talented person she is with potions and plants and whatnot, she created a poison and made arrangements to have her body delivered to the Zentarum once she had passed.
Huh.
She kind of is visually considering this.
All right. Cool. Okay. All right.
How are you feeling?
She stretches out her right hand as far as it goes and flexes the fingers with just like a twinge of a wince and then pulls back.
Right as rain.
Are you back to peak efficiency?
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
We shall go introduce you to New Phala and Cora, yes?
Sure, I'm not doing anything.
I believe we can introduce you to Cora shortly. I believe she went to look for you in your old apartment. Phala, I don't know when she'll be back. She has some. She has some business.
She is trying to find religion. We are agreed that this is a somewhat foolish decision. Or certainly unnecessary.
What happened with the Raven Queen?
I do not know the answer to that question.
I think it's best you ask Phala those sorts of questions.
Yes. We do not think highly of religion, broadly speaking.
She kind of shrugs.
I mean, I don't either, but sometimes you gotta sometimes you kind of just have to seed something. I mean, it's either that or an eternity of rot. So, if she did anything to get on the Raven Queen's bad side, she might not have any hope of avoiding that. But, all right, let's go.
She picks up her staff and follows you guys out to find Oryx and Cora.
I don't know how much longer it takes Cora and I to return.
Flexible.
Also, where's Pete?
Now, where's Pete?
That's a great question because I don't think he wanted to follow Query.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know who else went anywhere else. So,
Faye
part
went
of
to
me
go.
wants.
They went to go to look at churches.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. There we go.
Probably catch up to Faye.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
All right, Cora and Oryx, you get back to Falconmere, and Decker holds out her hand for like a high five for you, Oryx.
High five.
Hey,
Looking at you,
your
Cora.
apartment is still a wreck.
Oh,
the-
hi.
Yeah.
Not the wreck you left it.
She
Yeah,
gives a pretty sarcastic smile and just says,
I'm gonna not take offense to that.
Shouldn't?
I have been informed of the situation with Zira. My best guess is that whatever it might be, well, if Zira was wanted by the Zentarum, as I was, whatever the hell has put
Wait.
their...
What?
Hmm?
You were
Huh?
wanted by the Zentarum?
That is
Yeah.
new information.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, her reputation kind of precedes herself. I don't imagine.
Yeah, I wasn't long for that place anyway. Whatever it is that got them so interested in Zira is what ended up getting Zira in the position she was in. I'm not altogether surprised that that place got hit, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Probably better that I'm here anyway. Even if I've got fucking grease breathing down my neck.
Who?
Blossom, it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway. Hi, I'm Decker.
Hi, I've heard. Pleasure to meet you finally.
she extends her left hand for you.
Your Cora will shake it.
I understand that there was a bit of a sacrifice made for everyone else's sake. And I appreciate that. That's not an easy thing to do. As far as I'm concerned, you and I are cool.
Cora just looks at Oryx and says, well, I guess today is full of good news. I'm sorry. It was a little too late.
Nothing, I'm just making things more normal.
What did you say?
I still think it was dumb.
Oh.
Cora will playfully.
All
punch
is
you
well
in the
that ends well.
shoulder.
That assumes that this is inventory
Mm,
That is a fair point,
assessment.
indeed.
Anyway,
All right, so we're headed to Lork tomorrow. Where exactly is that? I don't think I've ever heard of it.
east.
Like Great Peaks East?
Just about to the Great Peaks.
Oh. All right. What are we doing there again?
RX wanted to
Checking
show me
in-
something.
Yeah, checking in on some people that we used to travel with. Well, Razik and Faye and I traveled with. And
Oh,
then
cool.
I still think just east of Lork is the part of the Grey Peaks that collapsed. I still think we should try to figure out what that's.
Oh yeah. Did we ever see any evidence of that when we were going up to Decanter's place, or did we just not
We
You
were,
get
would
any
not
of
have-
that just because we teleported?
You would not have been able to see it, no.
Okay. Cool. Just wondering, because I keep on forgetting that, like, part of the mountain exploded or some shit.
collapsed, right? Caved in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's nothing else the four of you need to do? Alright, Faye and Pete, what you doing?
I'm gonna go to a temple of God so I can ask some questions.
Which god?
God.
Gond.
Oh, thank you. The soft end.
Yeah, right. Okay. You can find that same place that you were at before, and speak with a craftsman there, wearing a golden helm, I believe. Yes, sounds right.
Greetings.
Hello. Is there something I can assist you with?
I would like to perform a rededication to this church, but before I do that, I have some questions.
Oh, often there's a dedication before a rededication.
Yeah.
What are your questions?
Well, I got a few. First, I got a bit of a checkered past. How do we feel about that here?
Well, it certainly depends on the degree.
So, well, you don't know me. Machines make sense to me. Crafting makes sense to me. And very little else in life has ever made sense to me. And when I was trying to figure it all out, I did fall in with some bad people. And by bad people, I do mean the Raven Queen. And I realized semi-recently that that was not an arrangement I wanted to be in. And I'm not running from it. We've cut ties already, which is part of what made me realize that it wasn't good for me. Is that a problem? I feel like I should be upfront about that.
Should. But what then brings you here? Because a love of machines and a love of crafting is not the foundation by which you should be structuring a spiritual life.
No, it isn't. And I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a new spiritual life yet.
And yet you
Right.
ask for dedication?
Sort of. I want it to be a work. I want it to be a path. But more importantly than any of that, I just want a community, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere where people know how I feel about something, and I have to assume at least most of you are passionate about what you do, and I'm passionate about what I do, and I think that common ground might be good for me.
I agree. As it happens, this is not the sorry. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. The House of Inspired Hands is not a place that turns away strangers or those who are undedicated. It is an enterprise. It is a birthplace of creation. It is not unlike many of the palaces of light or temples dedicated to the lords of nature. Even Falconmere has within its walls a power similar to that of this place. We don't turn away those who are unpracticed or unskilled. You could find here support and understanding, so long as that is something that you offer in return. This is not a guild hall. This is not a place where you come to pay dues and earn favor. This is a place where you create your own place, where you carve out the faith and the devotion that you deserve, and you share it with the others here and with the people in your life.
I think that answers my question.
It is a process. The only rededication that we can properly do is to those who have so severely lost themselves that they are unable to do the work on their own without help, to align themselves as they were intended. If you have your own head on straight, if you have the strength within yourself to dedicate yourself, you do not need our services explicitly.
Good to know. No. I did not come around looking for a handout. No, not what I'm here. That said, you wouldn't happen to know. Sorry. I have some items in my possession that should not ever see the light of day. Does that make sense to you? And I have no clue where I would put them, that they would be safe, except in the hands of people like you, even if it is not you.
Why don't you show me?
I produced Decanter's gem.
There's a moment of his examination. He retrieves tools to give this a thorough once-over. Not dissimilarly from how you identify objects. And he says, in a conclusion, this is simply a tool. I can certainly see by its creation and its nature, the danger that it poses. But it is simply a tool. What happened that made you so concerned?
It is inextricably linked to something terrible.
That I can see.
And it is beyond my power to destroy it.
What happened that made you fearful of this?
I'm not sure that fearful is the right word. Though it was, for a minute. This was a tool used by an enemy of ours. And thinking I could utilize it against the remainder of his allies, I attempted to use it myself to terrible results. It was not good. And if not to spare the world from evildoers who would use it for bad, then I would love to spare perhaps a curious soul who might find it after I die. If I were to keep it on my person or secret it away somewhere.
Ooh. Are you one such person that you would fear their curiosity would get the better of them?
No.
And why is that?
I don't think. Well, for me, in my life, I don't think I regret ever letting my curiosity get the better of me. However, this is potentially a matter of life or death for those who tamper with it. Something that was not apparent to me in my expertise when I initially found it. And that makes it dangerous. It makes it capable of taking lives of people who do not know what they are getting into. And I think for that reason it belongs in safe hands.
Do not think that I do not know your withholding, but I agree with your assessment. He puts the gem between his hands and then puts it into his apron pocket.
I do not withhold for my sake, but for yours. You understand well enough, based on how you've reacted to it. I met the wrath of a ancient and terrible being, and I would wish it on no one.
Was this unprompted?
No, it was my doing.
This is not something you regret in curiosity, then, as you've said?
I do not place value on regrets. The past is the past. It has happened, and I must learn from it. Do I believe it was a bad decision in hindsight? Yes. Do I regret making that decision and learning what I learned so that I could keep someone else safe? No.
He nods. Is there anything else?
No. No, I think not. When do you hold congregation? Do you hold congregation?
We do not.
Alright, well, I'll be stopping by from time to time then, provided I don't die trying to save the city.
That provided, you are welcome.
Alright, see y'all around.
As is your enlightened friend over there. Gestures to Pete.
Pete waves back.
Well, hear that, Pete? You're welcome.
Are we away from that guy? Have we walked away yet?
Oh, by the way, sorry, I do have another question. Do you care about sort of cross-denominational stuff? I think I would fit in super well here, but I met a few folks who were very kind to me, and I would like to see them again.
The worship of Gond is a simple practice. The order, organization, and the specificity by which you exercise your craft, your passion, your art is worship enough, as long as it is done in his name. What you do in your free time, what sermons you listen to, and other such time expenditure. There is leniency.
I made the correct assessment when I believed that I would get along well with you people. Alright, you have a nice day.
And you. Okay, you are away from that guy?
How do you know that we can trust them with that?
I don't.
Couldn't that then have really bad implications in the future if we just gave it to the wrong hands?
Yes,
Does that not concern you?
it does.
I don't understand the reasoning then.
It's better off in his hands than it would be in the hands of my enemies when I die.
Okay, but is there anyone else we could have given it to? Perhaps someone you actually know?
No,
Someone the rest of us know and trust?
I mean, do you have a better suggestion? Because I could go pull it out of that guy's pocket.
I mean, I think anyone we know would be a better suggestion than a random person.
Ooh.
Oh, just say who?
Hold on. Okay, continue.
Maybe someone we met that's been watching over us for
Alright.
a really long time.
Wait, Sarah, do I trust that guy? I should have rolled.
Did
some
you
sort of insight
insight
check.
him?
Yeah, that's a you. The ship is fucking sailed there,
I feel
bud.
like that he seems trustworthy to me. Because
Well,
he
then
did
that's
to
your
me.
answer.
He did
had
to
a
me
low
in
voice,
person.
so
I turn on that voice, and for some reason, all of you trust that character implicitly.
Not all of us.
Ethan.
Jesus Christ.
That doesn't.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine a worse person to give that object to than a priest of Gond.
Yeah.
they're
Uh-huh.
definitely gonna fuck with it.
Of
Uh-huh.
course they are. No, of course.
Ah, damn.
Okay,
Um,
at the very least, I would like to know if he actually agreed with my assessment that it should be fucking kept away from the unwashed masses so they don't fucking kill themselves with it.
What is your passive insight?
16.
Okay, we're gonna have to go with that at this point.
All right, that works.
There seemed to be a very specific reason he was trying to pry out of you. What the deal was? So that he was trying to assess how dangerous you were.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
when
what I read off that as well.
yeah, and after that, after the interaction and after fledgling honesty, his assessment was that he should have it for some reason. He should, or at least it should be removed from your hands.
Which is an accurate assessment. What Pete doesn't realize is that it's in better hands with literally anyone else.
But to Pete's point, literally anyone else, we know literally anyone else.
Yeah, so it goes Faye at the bottom, Orlando dude we just gave it to, and then everyone else above.
Everyone we met so far. Yeah.
There is the flip side of, as we've seen with Decker's apartment getting tossed, literally anyone we know would be in extreme danger by holding on to that.
Excellent point.
That is accurate. which is
Instead,
why-
we gave it to what is
Pass it
at
off.
least a ranking priest.
Bird.
Of
Oh,
a
let's give it
god?
to
It's
Bird.
your fucking problem now.
We
Yeah,
gave
right.
it to some sort of ranking priest. I mean, he's a priest in Waterdeep, like one of the biggest metropolitan areas, to a god whose whole thing is creation, and especially is known for creation of magic items. If anyone's going to be
Yeah.
able to kind of handle it, I feel confident that
It's
that
probably them, right?
it's objectively better than giving it to the Temple of Good Cheer. Objectively.
Yeah, so
Oh
fair
god,
enough.
that would be a bad move. I thought about leaving it at Falconmere, but I don't really want to paint a target on their backs because they have fucking like
Ah,
a
so you-
1,000 sick people living there.
You want Gond to catch the grenade for you. That's the
A little-
move.
We also have
I
a
feel like
pretty
they have. I feel like they have countermeasures for that. There are high-level clerics of Gone that aren't clerics at all. They're just wizards.
Fair enough,
There's
I
also
guess.
the fact that we have a pretty strong connection to Falconmere already. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we've been staying there. They've helped us reincarnate a couple people. As you guys have said, that's basically a rando to us, that priest.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody is looking for us to hand that off to one of our friends, that's like the last place they're going to go.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
than the Temple of Good Cheer.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that assumes that, again, that somebody isn't tracking that item explicitly.
No,
But
no.
I feel like if
Mhm.
somebody's cool with non-detection, once
Mhm.
again,
Hi, bastard. Hi.
I was thinking maybe not immortal, maybe not even on this plane potentially.
Sorry, you want to put. Okay, you want to hand an abyssal artifact over to Lyra, and just see how that goes.
I don't think that's a terrible idea, especially if someone's trying to find it. They'd have to find their way to Elysium.
Okay, I love that. I love that for you. I don't love that for me
Why?
because I would have to admit to have put an abyssal artifact in my face on purpose to a god, and that makes me seem kind of stupid. And I am, but I don't really want, in that particular setting, I don't really want to be,
Well,
spouting that off.
you know, I certainly don't think we should lie to a god, but I don't think we necessarily have to say that.
I feel like it would be unbecoming of us to be duplicitous in any way to a god.
I mean, we can say, "Hey, we got it from here," but maybe not like. Also, I put it in my eye. I don't think Lyra would have the foresight to ask, "Where'd you get it from?" And did anyone put it in their eye?
If that's the case, then maybe she's not the best person to hand it off to.
Sorry, say it again.
If that's the case, then maybe she's not the best person to hand it off to.
Well, he didn't ask if you put it in your eye, so that's kind of a bad test.
No, but he did ask questions adjacent to that I did have to answer.
I mean, it's your item, so you can decide what to do with it.
If you would like to go retrieve it from the Priest of God, I mean, I'm more than happy to take it to Elysium, I suppose.
I mean,
she might be able to get rid of it for good. I just thought maybe we shouldn't be going there right now, given sort of the whole thing with the sort of time dilation that happened last time we were there.
I guess.
We're kind of on a deadline.
Okay.
Okay. I think we'll take our 15. Be back at 5 after. And we'll wrap up any loose end water deep stuff that needs to happen and then take you guys to Lork the next day.
Cool. For me.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Alright, we're back. Anything that needs to happen in Waterdeep before you guys head out?
Let me retroactively snag like 20 more crossbow bolts.
Lit.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. You know. No.
Okay. Okay. Taking a long rest. Ooh, I believe this is your first long rest since the
Elder Brain.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is actually resources that need to get recharged. Cool. And in the
I
morning,
will do my standard casting Goodberry before the night.
and in the morning you can head to Lord. Let me see if I've got. Do I still have?
Perfect.
Where? Here we. Cool. All right. It is early. It is a little later in the day once you have traveled to Lork, where it is warmer and set against the screaming tall cliff sides and mountains of the Great Peaks. A small village that is walled and backed up against a forest with a river running through it and a pond. And to the outer southern wall, a massive dugout of a burrow that has been made very recently. There is this because of the nature of walk through the transport via plants. You are probably outside the city. Where would you all like to go first? Those who have been here before.
Probably should head to see Bert first. Or the council, I guess. Not the council, the guild master.
You can certainly do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go visit my main lass, the lady who runs the smithy here. I don't remember what her name is.
Eldith.
Eldith. That's right. Okay, Eldith.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can go to the guild hall, which is the grand guild hall, which is the place that had formerly been completely overrun by gnolls, but it has been some time, and there's been a lot of reclamation efforts made both while you had been there and since you've been gone. And this city beyond its walls, when you begin on the road towards the city, there is, a couple of you still cut pretty distinct figures, and that's kind of what matters. In fact, you hear, particularly because Oryx, you spent enough time with the guards actually trying to train them and outfit them as worthy soldiers, you hear your name being called as the gates are opened, and you are all led into the city, which has a more open population than you recall. Lots of people had been in hiding, but or quiet, or inside most of the time. But people are out and about. The western quarter, which had been a shanty town of tents and such, has been more or less entirely converted into an open market space, and also the corralling. What's the word? A region where some people are able to come in and keep their sheep inside the city rather than out in the mountains, as had been the case prior. You can go to the guild hall, where the guild masters are all working in various regards away from their shops personally, and you can speak with Eldith Goran, the female dwarf with a mohawk, if I recall correctly, who was the owner and proprietor of the Defender's Groove, the local smith.
She has nice puppies.
Yes, she has some wolves.
Puppies.
Yeah, okay. She can only recognize 2 of you. So,
I have a personal question
mhm.
that I don't think Faye would care about.
Mhm.
How's that stage I erected? How's that doing?
For-
Anyone getting use out of that?
Not at the moment because it's still like early morning. It's still
Yeah.
like mid morning, but it is like for Lily's benefit, because Faye does not care. It is clean and dusted, which means in some fashion it has seen use recently.
Fuck yeah. I've inspired the arts in these people. That's all I really wanted.
Okay, folks, what do you want to do? You want to talk?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. We have money this time.
Hello, everyone. Hi, you two. It's good to see you back. It's been a while.
Thank you for there was some shouts on the walls, but we're busy. So, what are you all doing back? Is there anything we can do for you?
Razak looks at Oryx.
No, we're just sort of passing through, seeing how everything is here. Do you have? We heard about the collapse of the Grey Peaks. I didn't know it's not that far. If you had any information.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, it was mostly some mining tunnels that probably collapsed. We don't know why. We know that there had been some giants live nearby in that region, but we haven't been exploring for that reason. We don't want to invade their territory. That, and we're still... I mean, it's not been that long since you guys have been gone. We're still sort of getting on our feet. Possibly getting into a turf war with some stone giants felt like a mistake.
That's
Yeah,
probably a good
definitely.
call.
Have you actually seen giants, or you know they're up there?
We know. Someone was saying something about, at one point, one of the shepherds was saying something about maybe seeing one wandering around, which, they don't come out, so I don't know what he was saying, but, rumor has it at least there's been at least one who's been wandering above.
We saw a stone giant on the surface, right? Yeah, a couple of them in a hunting party fighting a dragon.
Oh. That's out of the usual. They don't leave very often. They can go a little... She twists a finger to the side of her head, if they're above ground too long.
Right. Yeah.
How's everything been here? How's Bert? Where's Bert?
Oh, that jackass. He's around. He's been, I think he's found work as one of the sheep herders. He's settled in all right. Most of us here at the hall have been taking on more of the governmental management roles, as was the original order in the first place, and as most of us had come accustomed to, even under the leadership of the Knolls.
Did the boy survive?
The
The boy of the noble family who owns this land.
yeah, but he's taken about as similar an interest in the government work as we expected.
Does he still possess the deed
The deed?
to this land?
Uh,
Is it in his name?
Likely no. It's the line that we were tracing, trying to find him. While they technically have propriety, like they would be the proprietors of the territory. It's been since the hostile takeover, been a little bit disseminated since then. We're more of a freestanding population now than a lordship.
Very good. Well, if they ever give you trouble, you go ahead and send missive to Phelan Garrick of House Garrick, and I'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you.
Very well. No, alright, that's fine. Turin's not been particularly interested, seeing as he wasn't necessarily brought up for the role anyway.
Yeah. Well, if he ever decides to be a little shit about it.
Okay. I don't know who most of you are, so, if you have any business, let me know, but otherwise, feel free to explore the city.
How long
Yeah.
are we gonna be here, or?
Probably not long. Depends on whether or not we want to make our way out to the Grey Peaks.
Well, we're at least here a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if we're not heading out right now, do y'all need any handwork done around here? I can probably help out.
We're good, stranger.
Alright. Well, then I will follow you guys.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I feel like we're all collectively just like slowly turning our bodies towards Oryx.
Yup. So you wanted to come back out here. So I guess this way.
All right, back out across the city, beyond the shrine and the shrine and fountain at the center of town, to the southern wall and the southern gate, where there is outfitted the burrows, which immediately, Oryx, as you are stepping close to the threshold of the tunnel, almost as if a seismic beat, you are suddenly aware of the entirety of the structure of this place. You know where everything is, with perfect clarity, and you see also who is here, how many are here, and there seems to be more than you recall, and a fostering, almost boisterous, enthusiasm below ground, and you have not yet past the front entrance. You know that just beyond the drop, which is the initial entryway into the tunnel, there is a small bit of a tripwire trap. There are also 2 guards who are about 8 feet away, stationed on either side, that are not particularly at attention, but present and armed, right on either side of the entryway.
Okay, not weird at all. Not disconcerting for Oryx at all. Before she goes into the tunnel, she will look at everyone and realizing, I think, that only Razik was actually with us at the Tower of Ozar where we ran into Misa and Tox. Because I think everyone else, yeah. She just kind of looks at everyone. Razik's the only one who really will understand what this is. When we left Timor to help the old blind wizard you may have seen when we went back, we ran into a couple of kobolds from my old tribe, and we were able really to convince them to leave, to find a better place to go. And we had just helped Lork at the time. And so we figured Lork would be willing to take in somebody with our not blessing, like reference. No, that's still not whatever it is. And so this started out as 2 kobolds. And we haven't been back since that happened. So that's why I wanted to come here. This is, in all my time as a centurion, this is my only real success in terms of real, tangible helping someone escape tyranny. Or at the very least, it's my first real effort as a centurion. It's clearly gotten a bit bigger. There's a tripwire a little bit in. Don't step on that. The guards shouldn't be an issue, but also the tunnels are a little low. So sorry, everybody, not short anymore.
Shouldn't be a wait. Oh fuck.
This is convenient.
Decker is biting back the craziest smile.
Not gonna lie, so
Oryx,
Cora.
are you pleased with this development?
I think so. I don't really know yet because we haven't seen anyone in there. So
Remember to add it to the list of your demonstrable achievements, yes?
yeah.
Important for your growth.
Is this gonna be an all the time thing now?
What specifically?
What you just did.
We have not gotten to yours. You said you would like it in private.
Oh God, no, please. I
Yeah,
never said any such thing. You go ahead and keep your judgments to yourself, all right?
They are not judgments, they are assessments.
Well, go ahead and keep your assessments right to yourself, all right? Thank you.
How did your pursuit of religion go?
This is Oryx's time. She's taking a victory lap. Let's not sour this conversation.
You have a point. Carry on, Oryx.
Razik unties one of the 4 straps around one of the 4 fingers on his right hand and just puts it in his bag of holding.
3 more days.
yeah, I guess.
God. I feel like anytime anytime Query and Phala interact with each other, Cora's just gonna just stuff her face in the crook of her elbow, trying not to laugh. Because this is in and out of character the funniest shit. Oh God.
Okay. Oryx, do you take everyone down?
Yep. I will as we get to the tripwire, I will once again just right here, watch out for it, and then just call out to the guards before I get to their posts.
Okay, cool. You hear an almost instinctual call back, which is a familial greeting. And when you get down here, you have dark vision. You have full color vision down here. There is some light that is offered by some fireplaces that have tunnels and chimneys and such that lead up to the surface, but like your vision extends in its entirety with to the far reaches of every cavern. The first room that you have has on either side guards, as I've said this, but we have this common space, which is an open and flat cavern with carved niches and what's the word? I guess den. That's not the right word, but like dens that people can sit into and they're comfortable. There is decorated in some fashion like collections and trophy pieces from either like hunts or like trade goods from the city itself, clearly like some materials that look like for bartering, and then things that have been bartered for. There is prominently near the entrance the sigil which you had carved before of your name on a stone that is set into the wall, and on this wall there are tally marks beneath the symbol, beneath this rune, and there are fires lit next to it. And you are warmly greeted, and the kobolds here who know you best happen to be the ones who, like, the first what's the word, like wave of kobolds that you first interacted with in Waterdeep are eager to see you again, and word eventually gets back to Tox and Misa, who are able to wander. You can sense that they are coming from below, in lower levels and from different places, and come to meet you as well. And there is passing enthusiasm, like there, you are not immediately like swarmed and mobbed by a ton of kobolds by any stretch, but anyone who is here calls to you by name, offers you a wave, and chatters in Draconic before going about their business.
I personally don't know. This is a little dumb.
You do know them. Every time
Oh, okay.
one of them every time they speak to you, their name comes to your mind.
So this is the burrow.
Cool.
Misa and Tox are on their way up. They're the two from my old tribe. Kind of hoping, Razik, that either one of them might, well, definitely Misa, probably not Tox. Tox too young. They might better recognize some of those kobolds in Decanter's statues.
Well, that's an excellent idea.
Eventually, they make their way up to you, and Misa is, excited to see you. Tox has, grown some, but is still only, a couple months older than when you saw them last. Hey, it's good to see you. We didn't know you were coming. We're glad you're here, but we didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, we're just.
You got a lot of friends with you.
Yeah, this is Razik and Faye and Cora and Patanus and Query and Decker. They all well, most, they all helped. Decanter is dead. We went back to the place we used to take the blood, and Decanter is gone. We left what was left of him at the bottom of a tower. So that's
There
one.
is evident release, like a weight off shoulders.
It was Oryx that struck the final blow.
Yeah.
He was floating, and I could. So I can fly now, and she will stretch out her wings.
Oh. How'd that happen?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
So, yeah. For all of you.
Congrats. I guess, is that... I mean, it's great. It's great. They look better than they did. That's mean.
No, you're right. You're not wrong. As for how, that the answer doesn't make much sense, because the answer is I died.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a little weird, but then I could hear your voices calling my name. It was okay, and she'll realize that everyone's standing there, and she has not told anybody this, any of this stuff. So, I guess just so you all understand, I wasn't born with wings like these. I wasn't born with wings like hers. And you all kind of know that. And Faye, you know what happened to them. You know why I cut them off. That it didn't work. And so these are not really mine, if that... Anyway, so...
They're not like... Well, the stolen doesn't make sense.
I believe the term is earned.
Sure. I don't know that that's how that works, but...
As I said previously, demonstrable achievements. You are a hero!
Yeah. So, I asked the guild leaders. We had heard from some other friends about the collapse of the Grey Peaks. Do you know what that was? Is that our old...
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something we did? What is that? We're on our way to check it out, I guess.
We, once there were more out here, I and a couple others went out to, see if there's anything left. We got some old keepsakes, some stuff that didn't matter. There's a little bit of junk. And then we just started hitting some of the tripwires. It was better that it was all crushed. What was left was not. It had to go.
Could I get an insight check on that really quick?
Sure.
Because I feel like they're hiding something, or if they were to be hiding something, this would be probably the time to do. 18.
No, they seem pretty honest.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if they were like nervous about,
More
they were
more like nostalgic and almost worried, not being secretive.
worried about like Oryx's response, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
What do the tally marks signify?
Oh, anyone who passes through.
43. That is a good number.
Yeah, it is.
I really send 40 bolts here?
Well, not exactly. But there were some that got picked up along the way, as we understand it. And some that just kind of said they just found themselves. Well, not like found. They were running or hiding or lost and found themselves here. It's kind of weird. Especially 'cause it doesn't really happen. We've had actually a few more from our tribe. Well, from the old tribe anyway. Have made their way here. I think probably by accident. But I mean they're here and we didn't have an incident like we did with Rin. Everyone here has been honest.
Where Kalamazarak, where is his lair?
East, through the pass, and south into the marshes, the waste. Yeah, we could. There's a couple others who know the place better.
I'll need a map.
Okay. Yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just that's sort of a last thread to clean up. That's all.
Yeah, Arx, are you gonna get the others?
I will give them an offer, yes. Mostly, Kalamazarak was tied to Decanter. The shipments never really stopped after I left. They just shifted to Kalamazarak.
Yeah.
And now, without Decanter to, drain his blood and weaken him, I'm worried what will happen. So...
Yeah, some of the others have said it's gotten worse. Straxel had, strong. Kalamazarak is different. And you're right. I think with the offerings, he may have been weaker. He's not anymore. Some of the others have said some pretty awful things. Acid's bad. Living in a swamp is bad. But, he's got control. He can just by a look, grip you. Yeah. I don't think that the people who ended up here by accident, are here by real accident. I worry about how many people are left.
Speaking of which, did you pick up any from this dragon's tribe that worked for this dragon?
Oh.
Any escapees?
She kind of looks at you, Oryx, and then back up, or like back towards you, and says, "Those who used to live with Astraxel," and she kind of gestures between her, Oryx, and the little one talks. After Oryx left, most of us found ourselves with Kalamazarak, and some didn't make it, and some wandered off. But, most of us were there.
Any more recent additions to the commune that escaped Kalamazarak's sort of a grip?
Yeah, a few. Maybe
Yeah.
5.
We might
It
need
might
to.
talk to them.
Yeah.
If they would be willing to.
Yeah. Of course. Make yourselves comfortable. And, she goes off to find, any of the others. Okay. Oh, you gonna say something?
Me? No. No.
Okay. All right. She returns with 3 others, 3 other kobolds who all still have like the kind of russet skin and scales that Oryx does, and Toxin also share, and some similar fins and ridges, and Misa introduces all of them and says, they can help you out.
We understand until recently you were still with Kalamazarak.
Yeah, not too long ago. I'm the youngest, well, the newest one here. Hi. My name is Rock. And I'll type that for you. And as he says this, you hear his name being said in your own mind, Oryx, before he can vocalize it.
She kind of just tilts her head a little bit, like, this is weird. So, Brock, I understand you were you were recently with Kalamazarak in the last. How long ago was that? Like, when did you get here?
A week ago.
How long has it been since we killed the cantor? It's only been a couple days, right?
Yes.
Okay. What? Misa mentioned that he has that Kalamazarak has gotten worse and has unusual abilities? Is that he can grip you with just his mind? I think she said.
1 second. Oh. All right.
A wild Moem appears.
He wanted to show me his glow sticks. Yeah. It's. Well, you know how sometimes you can just get so scared you get frozen. It's not like that. It just kind of turns your blood. You just feel frozen. You feel kind of sick afterwards. He can kind of get you to do things you didn't mean to do.
Cora's gonna look between the two of them and ask, I'm not an expert on dragons. Is this like a regular ability of black dragons, or is this something new, and that's why it's concerning? Or did he just, it's just a black dragon thing, and he was just weakened because he was siphoning blood off the decanter?
Some of the mightiest dragons are capable of mastering even the most powerful of magic's transformation, enthralling powers. It's hard for a mere mortal to do anyway. It doesn't come naturally to most folks. It's not all that surprising that dragons can do it, just given time. And dragons have time.
Makes sense. And it might be a sensitive question, but how were there folks that escaped if he can just kind of turn you back with his mind? Did he just not care?
Oh, we're infinitesimal to a dragon. Our faces are practically interchangeable. As long as they have servants, they're happy.
All right.
Sarah, this magic sound familiar?
You can roll Arcana.
Sure. I'm curious what the fuck is going on with that.
It sounds like enchantment magic. And as they've said, dragons can learn magic. It just often is. Dragons don't need to learn magic. It would be a boredom thing, really.
Yeah, they can't go out of ass on their own.
Yeah.
All right, and with that out of the way, I think... Do you happen to know any... Was there only one entrance and exit to its lair? Or where was it? You mentioned a swamp, so it seems like an open thing, but I feel like it isn't. It's like a cavern or something.
Coralax likes the sunlight. He often will be out. He's got a bit of a pool. That's his. Most of us have found ways to hide. Most of us figured out some way of tunneling. It's not easy to tunnel in marshland, but lived in some hollowed trees as well. We figured it out.
I'm just concerned, if we are to take Coralax down. I'm concerned about like collateral damage because Kalamazrak. Sorry, thank you. Kalexnath was the green dragon, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry, was it? Yes.
Yeah.
Kalamazrak.
Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dragon
I may have
names.
fumbled that one too.
Woo!
There's a lot. Yeah.
I was just worried about like collateral damage and such. Does he usually hunt? Does like on his sort of territory?
He nods.
All right. And I am assuming that he has a good kind of read on what goes on, because he's a dragon, probably just flies around if he's out and about all the time.
He nods.
So, the kobolds under...
I'm
his-
sorry, what?
Sorry.
Continue.
It's not like a sort of they're all near his lair thing. If we were just like out and about in his territory and he started ripping up a bunch of trees and stuff in a battle, do you think folks would be harmed? My question is there a way to get him in a place where he has his back to the wall, which seems unlikely for now, and B, I don't want him traipsing through, people we're trying to save, right?
Their pupils kind of narrow and say, no. No, you can't back him into a corner.
No, they always have this escape passage.
Yeah.
About how many are left with him?
Maybe some 20, maybe. Assuming he hasn't eaten any more.
That's kind of a low number. If he wants them, or servants, right? I feel like eating a small group of people that work for you is not a good idea. Will
Well,
he be like
there's-
going out and conscripting more?
No, there's the rookery. There's a good, solid, large number in the next generation, at least. And like I said, dragons have time.
Can you give us later, not now, when we have time, if you can, as good of a layout of the lair as you can.
Yeah, of course.
You were there, the most recent.
I know all the traps.
That's fine. That's fine. Do you know a kobold named Gix?
Yeah.
Oryx looks incredibly visibly relieved.
I mean, he was still around. I mean, they've got him in the rookery almost all the time. he can't do much else anyway. So he's just a guardian. And I think Callum Azarek might have a better hold on him than most of the others for that reason. But his limited mobility kind of makes it easier for. He doesn't go anywhere.
If we think of anything else, we'll come find you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, one more question. Sorry. So what's the proximity of the rookery to his lair? Is it connected, or is it kind of spread out like the rest of the kobolds?
Well, the best that we can. There's paths that all will lead to the lair, as you say. But it's not necessarily a direct path. We usually, for safety reasons, keep the rookery, all the eggs, as far from potential harm as possible, including the masters, including the dragons.
Good. Okay. Cool. And that's it for me.
Tox, one more thing, and we will get out of the way. We when we were in Decanter's lair, there are some members of our old tribe encased in stone. We're hoping to get them out of that, to return them to flesh, and was kind of hoping that you could help us help them.
Yeah, of course. No question, absolutely.
I don't know when that'll be, but we'll speak before I leave.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start making space.
It's only 6 of them, but I don't know. I didn't know them. I didn't recognize them by name. So.
Okay. No, yeah, we can. No problem, Oryx. Of course. Anything else?
Go.
Where do you go from here? Huh?
We can
Well,
probably find a place to stay, and then maybe find Bert if we want to talk to Bert.
Pete and I will go find us a place to stay. Come on, Pete.
Okay.
I mean, any of you are welcome to stay here, but she kind of reaches up to the ceiling. We know.
Would you prefer if we enjoyed your hospitality?
Well, I don't care. Just saying, Oryx is always welcome, and friends of Oryx are always welcome. Pete and Razik, you can go back to that tavern, Razik, that you know. The White Respite.
Understood.
Wow. Wow.
So
Why
didn't-
did? Excuse
Didn't
me.
we burn that down?
Did it actually
Almost.
get burned all the way down? No, it didn't.
No.
Not according to my
We
notes.
threw
It
it out
still
before.
exists.
All right, fantastic.
It
Yeah.
was just mostly burned.
There was
Let's
some
see if they
fire.
kick me out when I show up. Not that that's ever happened to Adam. That would never happen.
I mean, you guys are heroes. You don't even have to pay to stay here.
You got hero cred.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is Pete known in this area?
What? No, not Pete.
No.
Razik is known. Razik and Oryx are known here.
Okay, so tales of his bravery have not made it this far. Got it.
Indeed.
All right, thank you. And Razik will put he'll put 7 gold on the bar.
Oh, wow. They try to refuse it and give it back to you.
Yeah, Razik's already walking up the stairs.
Sounds about right.
Pete is apologizing as he follows Ryanus upstairs.
Anything the two of you are doing?
Yeah, say Pete, I meant to ask you a question. How do you feel knowing that we are going to try and bring some of those creatures in Decanter's lair back to flesh?
I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought too much about it. I guess it really just depends on the purpose of why we're bringing them back.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've spoken with everybody about it briefly, and you were the only one in our previous conversation that seemed to have some reservations. And so I just wanted to make sure that you were not upset that we've decided to go ahead with the plan despite your objections.
Oh, no, that's, it's okay. I just, I don't think my opinion has necessarily changed. I'm still afraid of potentially what it could bring, but if that's what the group wants, then we should bring them back.
Well, I appreciate that, and I just want you to know that despite the fact that we are going to undertake this endeavor, your objections are still very valuable, at least to me. It has made me consider not only whether or not we should do this, but now that I'm of the belief that we should, it has changed my opinion on how to go about it and how much precaution we need to take. So I do appreciate your insight.
Oh, thank you for asking my opinion. It doesn't happen a lot. How did it change what we're gonna do going forward?
Well, I mean, when I first thought about it, I thought that these creatures would probably be very scared. If they were facing Decanter's wrath, and that is what petrified them, and so that fear would probably be persistent when we brought them back, but that would soon give way to joy and gratefulness. But you have made me reconsider that, and perhaps some of these creatures, although certainly they will be happy to be brought back to the living, they may have been there originally for nefarious purposes, and we must take great precautions when we do bring them back, that we do not find ourselves or those that we place there to undertake these tasks. We don't want to put them in any greater danger than is necessary.
Are you gonna require my help to bring them back?
Well, that I don't know. Um, I am hoping that I can impress upon Falconmere uh, the the need to send people out to address this issue. Particularly now, it sounds like we may have another dragon to deal with, and that's saying nothing of the issue going on in the Sea Ward. So our direct efforts may be best utilized somewhere else. But I am, you know, I've sent for the only living member of my old tribe that I'm aware of, Merrick, to come back and to assist Leander now that he is also a lizard folk. And I thought both of them would be excellent resources to place in the Fallen Lands. It sounds like some of Oryx's old tribe will be willing to assist. To that end, I was also curious if you have the necessary components and wherewithal to do some of that far talking that I know you're capable of. I would like to try and talk with Rost and with Bren whenever you have the opportunity and are feeling rested enough to undertake it.
Oh, Sorry, I have to check my spells to see if I prepared it.
Yeah, no worries. Not a big issue one way or the other.
Didn't mean to push that, but yes. Yeah, whenever you're ready. Did you want to talk to them today, or did you want to wait?
Yeah, actually, I think today would be ideal in that I don't anticipate anything too strenuous coming before the evening, which would give us the opportunity, or give you the opportunity to rest and recover from this endeavor. Do you think you could try and contact Roast for me?
Certainly. What would you like to say?
Let him know that you're contacting him for me, Razik, and we could very much use his help. And I believe he's on his way either to Waterdeep or the Fallen Lands. If he could tell me if he is and which one he is headed to, I will make arrangements to meet up with him.
Sorry, I'm typing out my message to make sure it's less than 25 words because I have a tendency to ramble as Pete.
In Dimension 20, there's a special spell called Pirate Sending, which allows you to send as many words as you'd like, as long as they're all curses.
I'd be great at that.
Right?
That would
Yeah,
be my chance
I
to finally
love
get
that.
Pete to curse.
Love it. Love it.
25 words, but curses don't count to the total.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Apparently,
That's
someone's
funny
cast
because-
that on me at work.
God. Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
great
cool.
for me because I just interject everything with fucking or hell or
Yeah.
shit with something. This is bad.
I got it. I just had to get rid of his obligatory hello. So this is rude for Pete.
Vomit after this.
I it's really stupid because I kept the word in here too.
That is perfect.
Okay. So Katzen sending to rolls. This is Pete on behalf of Razik. We have some business that we could use your help on, some missions. Where are you headed?
nailed it in one.
Where you
No
go?
notes.
No, no.
Where you headed, man? The response that comes back is, as requested, I am on my way to Waterdeep, but I will not be passing the gates.
He's headed to Waterdeep, but he said he's not going to go in.
Okay, well, we will try again in the next day or two and try and narrow down when and where he expects to arrive. I know that Mirik is arriving in the next couple days as well, just based on the location of the Cloud Hood. I imagine that Rolst is probably take him probably a similar amount of time. Would you like to try contacting Bren now, or should we wait on that?
I can contact him, but I can also continue to ask Ross questions if you'd like.
Oh yeah, if you could just ask him when and where he expects to make camp when he gets to Waterdeep, and let him know that I or someone, well, actually let him know that I will meet him there shortly after he arrives. That would be fantastic.
Sending to Rost again. When will you make it to Waterdeep, and where will you stay if not in the city? Sorry for not saying hi before.
I am a day out from where I plan to camp, 2 miles from the wall, to the south.
So glad you said that. I was gonna have to send again just to get directions. He said he'll make it there tomorrow, and he will be camping 2 miles south of the gate.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I will meet him there shortly after that. I imagine.
I can do more if you like.
Yeah, would you like to try talking to Bren?
Yes.
Just let him know that we're the ones that rescued him from the Beast Lord, and there is trouble afoot in Waterdeep and beyond, and we could use his help if he is willing to assist us.
Counting words again?
Okay. Yes, I am. Hi, we rescued you from the Beast Lord. Waterdeep has trouble afoot. Could you please help us with said trouble?
That very much depends, and this might end up going over 25 words, but that will not matter. Very much depends on the nature of the help that you request of me. I have some capabilities I can offer you, and I owe you all a debt. But I will not put certain things at risk.
Sorry, now I'm checking how many spells I have. Which I still have like 5 left, so we're good. Okay.
What do you think? How do you think we should respond to that, Pete?
I'm really curious to figure out what certain things he's not willing to put at risk for, but what we've done with him in the past, he's always seemed very helpful. So I don't see why he wouldn't help us now.
Yeah, and what he's not willing to put up, that seems more like an in-person conversation. Maybe we just say thanks, and that we will contact him when we have a better idea of what we need and when.
All right, that should be good. 1 second. Sweet. Not even a. I have so many words left. Okay, thank you. Contacting Brent. We'll contact you later with more details. Hope all is well.
The response that comes back is, perhaps we should organize an opportunity to meet so that we can discuss things a little more fluidly.
He's very much down to meet later. Oh, I should have asked where he was at.
Doug, did we just send out 2 "Hey, you up" text messages?
You definitely did.
Yup.
Hey, you up? You want to meet?
I would also, for the record, meaning Craig, say that at both characters when they were introduced, I believe I alluded to being attracted to both of them. So
You definitely did.
So
Yeah, as both a blend of Doug and Pete.
Right, and just to be clear, there was no illusion when it came to brand. There was no mystery involved.
If I remember correctly, there was an audible.
Yep.
with Roast, I believe I called him like something akin to Wolf Daddy.
You did. You did.
You
I
did.
remember that.
I don't remember the specific term I used though.
Me neither, but
But
Wolf Daddy's
there
pretty good.
No, it was Dragon Daddy.
Dragon Daddy is
was
Dragon
Bran.
That was
Daddy.
Bren.
That was
I
Brit,
almost
yeah, I feel like I
said-
called him something.
I almost said we can't expect a Dragon Daddy Ex Machina.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Boy,
Yeah.
boy.
Good thing I didn't say it.
I wish you would have.
All right.
Real quick.
Yes, Pete?
Is there a reason we had to separate from the rest of the group to do this?
Oh well, I just want to get a hotel or a place to stay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean the we didn't need to separate from the group to do the talking, but it was very nice of Oryx's friends to offer for us to stay there, but it's really cramped and it's not really built for somebody my size. So although I would much rather sleep outside than in, I'd much rather sleep in a location where I don't have to crouch.
Okay, that makes sense.
You want to go back and find the others? I think they were headed to go try and find Bert. Oh, you don't know Bert?
No, I haven't met him.
Oh well, let's go find Bert. He was a wonderful shield.
I love that you're taking the player that hates Bert to go find Bert.
I almost made a reference to him as a shield, and I stopped myself because Pete doesn't know this information.
Its blood seethes with unknown hate.
Everybody else, what are you doing?
What if we just don't see Bert and like we just go fuck off and do something else and it's just Pete and Razik?
You're welcome to that.
I'm basically just following Oryx around with my hands
Yeah.
in my pockets, kind of checked out.
Okay, Oryx, what are you doing?
Yeah, every time there's a pause on like what things to do, we all just look at Oryx.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Oryx, you expressed interest in killing that dragon. You want to go do that right now?
Right, wait, what? Right now?
Give us something
Yeah,
to do.
like
I mean,
right now. Like
it's not
right
like you
now.
don't. It's not like you don't have a few under your belt, and like
It
I'm
would be efficient.
I'm fit as a fiddle, you know. Hey, won't expect it. It's evening. It'll be nighttime. No one expects to get besieged in the night. We can wait till it's sleeping, creep up on it.
Everything that you just said right there, Faye, is incredibly stupid.
Is that out of character for me, or
At the very least, we should wait until Brock gets back to us with the map.
y'all constantly shit on my ideas and never give any better ones, and then we go with mine and they work. So, fuck you.
For
No,
the
I'm just-
record,
Waiting
That's
on
not.
waiting on the map.
Yeah, we have a plan, kind of, or more information on the way to construct a better plan.
I meant after we get the map. Shit.
You said right now.
Yeah, like right
The
now, like
map-
later.
Right now,
That-
like later.
Right now,
Yeah.
like later. I turn and look at Query with my hand on my forehead, like I can't believe what I just fucking heard. Right now, like later. Does that make
Yeah.
any sense to you, Query?
Like a little bit later. Like a little bit later in the evening.
I feel as
But
though
right
it
now,
should, but
though.
it does not.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
like
right now, though,
If it is
Right
not
now.
right now, it is later.
What is the word I'm looking for? Today.
Today
That's
is that acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
it's not an acceptable time to go. Oh, sweet.
Well, I feel like most of us were under some impression that this was more of a, look, we're just gonna hang around a little city for a little bit and maybe kick some ass. But that would have been something that we would have determined, like, I don't know, maybe when everybody was here.
That is reasonable.
Yep.
Not to
Sorry, what?
mention, I mean, the two hands down most, like, magically adept of us have wandered off. And you're suggesting we just go and try to kill a dragon kind of on a whim?
I mean, no. I was asking if Oryx was interested in doing that because she seemed to be interested in doing that.
It's not something we've really discussed much, but
Yeah. It's not, is it? It's almost as if I was trying to start a conversation about that.
Your aggression is not unwarranted.
I don't know who you're talking to right now, Query, but okay.
Probably everyone.
Yes. Oryx, do you want to kill the dragon?
It's less about killing Kalamazarek and more about getting the other kobolds out. But
That's what I was to understand.
Yeah, if we're to kind of ambush a whole fortress or forest or whatever it's supposed to be, we probably should have. Yeah. Going and killing a dragon is probably secondary to the rest of what is important in this moment.
That seems sensible.
So, what would
I
the plan be
just
then?
doubt, especially with the hatchery being as big as Brock described it, the chance of us getting them all out without dealing
Being-
with Kalamazarek
being
seems very
detected.
low.
And attacked in his territory? Yeah. That was my thought as well.
If we wish to kill this dragon, we are on a somewhat tight time frame.
Yeah. Which is what I was saying. We could go later tonight, or maybe in the morning.
Why are we on a tight time frame?
We gotta be in contact with the Blackstaff, and Rezik has friends coming to Waterdeep that should be arriving soon.
Razak has at least 2 appointments.
So we got like today, tomorrow. I guess we could come back. I mean, but from the sound of it, kobolds are dwindling. Might want to act fast.
I also feel like we kind of skipped on how long does it take to get to this place? I don't expect that it's just a day trip.
Well, that's
Rezik can
part of where the map comes in.
teleport at that.
Oh, right.
Misa says, about a day and a half walk from here. And teleport via trees only works with places that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
He
I was
doesn't know
gonna
that.
say.
Oh, that is. I don't know
Out of
how much of that
character.
is. I don't know how much of that is player knowledge or not. Like that. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm aware.
He's not been there, so.
Yeah,
We don't know how close he's been though. He's a rambling boy.
True.
We could cut at least
But
some
given
of
that it's
time
only
off.
like a day and a half walk, it's
Might
six
as
of
well
one, half
just
dozen
walk
of the
there
other.
and teleport
Yeah.
back.
yeah.
Well, still got a few hours of the day. Anyone have any plans?
I think we mostly just came here so orcs could check in on the colony. Is that
Indeed.
what it's called? A colony? A burrow?
Warren, Burrow,
Warren.
tribe. I mean, whatever.
Right.
When our journey is concluded, will you return here, Oryx?
What? No. I mean, I want to, but I can't.
Platinum Centurion's
Misa,
work never finished.
Misa says, why?
Because there are always going to be more creatures out there like Decanter or Astraxel or Kalamazarak, and that's what I'm sworn to fight them, to free creatures like our tribe who can't do it themselves.
Forever?
I mean, right now I am the last. The ones I know no one from the tribe is probably happy to think of the ones that came and killed Astraxel, but they saved me, and by extension everyone here. And I'm the last of that order. And so as long as I'm alive and as long as I'm fighting, they're still there. They still exist.
Why are you the last?
Well, there were a few that survived the fight with Astraxel. 20 or so, besides me. But after that, Decanter sent his creations, the things that we helped him make. And I was the only one that survived.
No, I mean, why are you the last?
Why don't I don't get what you mean.
Get other people to do what you're doing, I think is what they're
Show
plotting on.
others the way.
When the Centurions found me, I didn't have anything, and so joining them was easy, but I can't ask someone to give up everything and join me in trying to do something that it's a good cause and it's a worthy cause, but in the end the world is huge. And I know that I'm fighting a battle that's not winnable. All I can do is fight until one day this fight kills me. Actually kills me.
There's a number of logical fallacies there. plenty of people don't have nothing or are willing to give up everything to help other people, first of all. Second of all, you don't have to do this till it kills you. That's a choice. And third of all, just because a fight will never be won doesn't mean it's not worth fighting.
I said it was worth fighting.
Yeah, but then you followed that up with, I could never ask anyone to fight it. Yes, you can.
Arx, you already asked us to give up everything, and we have been rewarded by peace, consciousness, and allies because of that sacrifice. Why? If you need help, we'll do anything.
Believe me,
Everyone here owes everything to you.
And believe me, you are already helping. It's not that I won't accept help. It's not that I won't take help. I can't ask people to join my cause, everyone whose name is on the roster is there because they wanted and asked to join of their own volition. We don't recruit. I don't recruit.
Orcs, if you could choose again, would you choose the same path?
Of course.
Then why would others not choose the path?
And they can. The same way that when Alkin found me and helped me, he didn't ask me to join the Centurions. I asked him.
How do you
They
act?
cannot. Yes.
It's easy to ask, but again, it's a heavier question than it sounds.
In Draconic, she looks you in the eye and in a rare gesture of physical contact, like puts a hand out to you and says, Arx, I am asking to join the Centurions.
Query in Draconic will say, we'll look at Oryx and say, a noble imperative should be honored.
We'll talk about this another time, please. I appreciate what you are doing, and I cannot express enough how much it means to me. But Misa, you'd have to give all this, and she'll spread her arms wide to the Warren and everything. This talks everything. All of it would not be yours anymore. And
It was never mine, Arx. You did this. Let me say thank you.
just sort of nods a few times. You've already said thank you more than you can realize, but if this is what you want, there will always be time to turn back later. It's going to have to wait till after the kobolds in Decanter's lair are freed. I'm going to need your help with that.
She nods. Anything. What is everyone else going to be doing for the rest of the day? It's only about midday for you guys.
Oh man, Pete, I forgot how much I like Bert.
Find Xena.
You can go to the market, ask around, and eventually find Pete. Nope, sorry, Bert. Oops. I'm kidding, Doug.
I can hear his teeth grinding from here.
Oh my gosh, I was muted. Damn it.
Right.
No, you're like, you find Pete, and I was like, I found myself. My journey is complete.
Friends you
Game
gained along
over.
the way.
Yeah, shut it down, guys. Humblewood time.
Oh, sorry, I cried. Okay, we're fine. Okay, you can find Bert. He's put on like a little bit of weight. He seems happy. He is very clearly like working. Like he is a shepherd and he is tending sheep. He's actually hanging out with the Lowwater family. Not that any of you will give a shit about them, but
All that gets from me is who?
right? Yep. See?
I know exactly who that is, and oh boy, I like that a lot better for them.
He's there's a flashing moment that probably Razik doesn't register, but Pete can definitely see of a look of fear crossing his eyes, and then possibly like excitement, and then just kind of a jovial, welcoming response. Razik, it's been a long time.
Hi, Bert. How things working out for you here? And Razik is not going to ask. He's just going to start helping Bert with whatever he's doing.
Yeah, of course. Sheep. Old backstory stuff.
Great. I'm sure the sheep are super excited to see Razik.
Everything's. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm settled. I'm comfortable. I have a place out here. What do you do? Don't stop. Okay. What are you doing back? Is everything okay?
Yes, we came back. We all came back. Oryx wanted to check in on the kobold that have built a little tunnel outside of and home outside of the city wall.
Oh yeah.
This here's Pete.
Hi. We might fight a dragon. Again.
Is that okay? Hello, Pete. Is that a good thing?
Normally.
That feels like a bad thing.
It depends on if it's an evil or a good dragon.
Well, is it an evil or a good dragon?
I wouldn't fight a good dragon. That'd be terrible.
Okay, so it is a bad dragon?
From what I've heard.
Yeah, we haven't met the dragon yet, but Oryx is pretty certain that it's up to no good, and Oryx has a pretty good sense for these things.
Okay.
So, how long have you been a sheep herder?
Month and a half ish.
Oh, that's not very long. What did you do before?
I was held hostage for a little while, and then I was under the employment of one of Razik's friends.
Oh no. How
Well,
did
you
you get
forgot
in a
to mention the
hostage
time that you forgot to
situation?
mention the time that you were a meat shield.
Yeah, well, that's the part where I was talking about being in employment, and also kind of I was referring to the hostage part, but that was more of a joke.
How did you become a hostage? And our team had a hostage? And I looked at Razik.
No, Bert was a very important member of the team.
Yeah, I stood in front of Razik and got shot once or twice, and also held the cat.
I forgot about the cat.
How could you forget about the cat?
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Token is still in here somewhere.
As it happens, I found out I actually have an allergy.
Well, if you can't care for that cat, I'll be more than happy to take him.
Oh, she's around somewhere. I mean, I haven't gotten rid of her. I like her still, but I mean, she gives me hives.
Oh, I don't want to take your friend away from you, hives or not.
Okay.
I think we glossed over the part where he became a hostage for us somehow.
There was a short period where there was the implied threat that I would be eaten if I did not perform my duties as a meat shield, as Razik has said.
Razik, did you threaten Bert with eating him if he didn't act as a meat shield?
Oh no, it wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
Razik, why were you forcing him to be a meat shield?
Well, he was very good at it, and we needed that sort of assistance, and so I thought it would be best if he fulfilled the role that he would be best at, and it worked out very well for him, and it worked out very well for us, and we are now here saviors of both Lork and Waterdeep and Dragon Slayers, and Bert here tends sheep.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you should know that we have not taken any other meat shields or hostages in
Oh,
general.
good.
So sorry for whatever.
I
had
also told Pete I'd eat him.
happened. He did,
Oh, God.
but I'm not. But I willingly joined outside. So I joined on my own, and then he not threatened. I don't know the word we're using for promising to eat me, I guess, but that's if I cross them, to which I have not still done.
No, Pete's done very good, almost as good as you were as a meat shield.
Almost?
Bert was a very good meat shield.
Oh.
Well, it's been good catching up with you. Pete, best of luck.
And to you, Bert.
Thank you.
Bert, it's great to see you.
It's good to see you too, Razik.
Do me a favor, would you, Bert?
What?
Keep an eye on Locke here, and be a meat shield for Locke.
I mean, I guess I'm doing that for the sheep, but sure, yeah.
That's a good place to start, Bert. That's a good place to start.
Well, if you need anything, let me know. Well,
Will do.
actually,
Yeah, what's up?
no. Ask someone else. But
Okay.
tell me, and I will help you find someone else.
Okay, that sounds fair.
All right.
Pete, what
Sit.
do you feel like doing with the rest of the day?
Well, I haven't been here before, so I guess, are there any sights to see or fun things to buy?
Well, I don't know if there's anything fun to buy. We can swing by some of the areas in the market area, but I do know that there's a stage around here somewhere. Maybe we can check that out.
Ooh. Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, let's go.
I love the idea of you guys being able to catch a play of one of Moira's plays of the reclamation of Lork. And I love that too much to not let it happen.
I mean, Sarah missed the first one. I might as well catch a play of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like to I love it too much to not let it happen. Like
Oh,
you guys
okay.
are gonna see a play.
It will be just like the Avatar: The Last Airbender Chronicles of Air
The Fire
whole
Island
thing.
players.
Yeah, the Fire
it
Island
is-
play with the gang.
Because that is actually how Moira wrote it. If you recall. If you recall, Moira made massive embellishments and like highlighted the romance and definitely downplayed the amount of work that like the wolves did. Like
I wrote a romance
So,
B plot, and also I
what
did make a
you're
wolf
saying
costume
is-
for one of the skeletons. I'm just
yes,
saying.
correct.
So what you're saying is she made a good play.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was exactly it. Like she one of the things she specified was like I'm just making it an interesting play. Like yeah, you guys catch a play of Razik's past accomplishments.
That's me, Pete. That's me.
No, that checks out. I don't see any other lizard folk, so I wasn't confused.
The only difference between the Razak and Oryx costumes is coloration.
Right. It's
Size.
kind of distasteful, but like they're trying.
They're ignorantly racist. It's not their fault.
Just a kobold that's painted.
Also, it was Liz's character, so we can't blame them.
Razik is just a kobold that's painted with like high-heeled shoes.
Hold on, still.
As for everybody else, nothing all day.
I don't know.
I don't know. What's the
Uh,
orcs doing?
Okay.
We're
At
here
some
for
point,
you, Chief.
at some point, Oryx is waiting for another argument to invariably happen, and is going to grab Decker by the hand and run, like literally going to leave everyone else there arguing.
Oh, I will dip with you guys. I don't want to be a fucking part of that.
We're
I
all
see what
going to
you're
be
doing.
sprinting after you. I'm
Yeah,
faster
then-
than you.
Then who am I going to be arguing with? Query?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Query, fucking duck, Query. That's the
Sorry.
person you've been arguing with this whole time.
No,
And
incorrect.
you.
argued with Faye.
And you.
What I am hearing, let me correct me if I'm wrong, Ted, but it sounds like what you're trying to do is talk with Decker for a minute.
Sure. Yeah. She really
Or
wants
no.
to take. Yes. She wants
Okay.
to get Decker to the rookery.
That'd be easier than waiting
Okay.
for a fight, because most likely the next fight that happens is probably going to be between Decker and Faye.
Exactly.
That's a fair
Like,
point.
Query wasn't fighting.
Yeah, and
okay.
Cora doesn't even talk to Faye that much.
Awkward.
Hey, if you want to be alone, Cora and Query can fuck off. Go wander around.
Nah, I'll probably hang out with Query, I guess. They're all about.
Does Faye want to join our walkabout?
I ain't asking if she is. Query
She ain't
can't.
got shit else to do. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Query will ask because there's no reason not to.
Oh, hey, you guys want to go meet Bert?
Bert.
Cora shrugs and says, "Yeah, sure."
There is
Cora-
the apt amount of confusion when a half-orc woman comes up swinging and saying, "Hey, Bert, I know you by name."
Hey, Bert, you Zent piece of shit.
Oh, that's right. He's a Zentarum.
Yeah, he
Excellent,
is.
Tarum. Thank you. We bailed him out of that life. And then made him into a Mia shield.
Yeah.
We're so
No.
generous.
You couldn't hear me when I was muted, but when he was like, "Oh, good, I joined up willingly." Oh God.
It is now occurring to me that Master Culprit may have been a Zent. Interesting.
Anyway, more importantly, Faye, do you ever tell him who you are, or are you just a stranger who knows his past?
I'm gonna fuck around with him a little bit and be like, oh yeah, no, it's Faye, but with a new body now.
Okay. Yeah, that's still confusing, and he is as uncomfortable as you've ever met him because you guys have always made him supremely uncomfortable.
Good.
Gee, I wonder why.
Right?
I don't know this guy, right? He's nothing, right?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely
He's
not.
He's like some bumfuck courier.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that's
know.
all he was.
yeah. You've never felt safer around any Zent ever.
Well, I mean, he is ex-Zentarum, and if I
Right.
do remember correctly, he did defect himself. He just got
Yes.
fucking captured by the hag.
Yep.
Or like
Yep.
stumbled into that shit.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Never felt safe.
Yeah, absolutely not a threat.
Not a threat.
Anyway, Oryx, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was yawning. And then I muted myself afterwards. Good point. Just because I figured that'll be a quiet, just spot. Oryx just wants to say thank you. It was partly you speaking to, I guess, the Centurions that kind of put all of this in perspective. And I mean, the other half of it was Pete. But this is... It wasn't just killing Astraxel and defeating Decanter. This here is what it was all for.
She's sitting partially cross-legged and just and staring at the eggs that are all nested together. And says,
I mean, I didn't do anything, Oryx. But this is awesome. I don't know what that other kobold was saying to you earlier, but there's a shit, dude. These folks care about you, it looks like. So good work.
Funny, a few months ago, I was responsible for pretty much all the pain in... Well, I won't say all the pain in Toxin Misa's life, but after we being the Centurions, killed the dragon my tribe used to serve, things went downhill for all of us, but especially kobolds like Misa and myself, Ertz, the Wings. They always... You would think for kobolds that, you know, worship dragons and the Dragon Queen and all that, that anything that made you closer to a dragon would be, I don't know, cool, revered, something. But it's not. You're marked as a betrayer, and ultimately, I guess, no matter how hard I fought it, I ended up doing just that. You know, I betrayed Astraxel, I betrayed the tribe, even if they didn't understand that I was doing it for them. And now there's all this. Couple months, huh?
She lifts her arm and kind of pats the ground next to her for you to come sit down.
Orcs will sit.
And she puts an arm around you, just kind of squeezes your shoulders.
There's everyone's got a purpose. I'm not too bright about it. I don't know shit. But I know that everyone's got a reason for being and doing the things that they're doing. I don't know how I feel about gods, really, as familiar with them as I've come. And I don't know how I feel about broader purposes, but they've got to exist. I mean, you can't just say shit like you're responsible for someone's pain and then by your own work manifest all this, Oryx. This isn't just like happenstance.
I mean, it started with just the two of them. So I can't take credit for all of this. They've put in a lot of work building this place into an actual tribe, an actual home for everyone.
Yeah, but like, they wouldn't be here without you. And neither would many of the, I've seen some of these kobolds in Waterdeep. I've been neighbors with some of these folks. I know they're not just here by chance.
Oh, no, they're not here. I mean, I told them what
She grins.
was being built here.
You should take pride in your work. I mean, shit, everyone should.
Oh, I'm very happy with this place. This is more than I could have ever imagined. Are you kidding? This is spectacular. Like I said, this was not long ago 2 kobolds. Now there's enough for this. She gestures to all the eggs.
Yeah.
It's wild. And
Yeah.
and they're all in one rookery. The Urds don't have to have a secret rookery where they sneak the eggs into the main rookery at night and during the day, I guess. I'm proud of all this, and this is why I keep fighting.
Were you serious about never coming back? Like, about settling here? I mean, this is by all means. I mean, it's all your fault, dude.
I mean, would I want to? Of course. But how many other people am I not helping if I do?
Well, that's not
I mean,
how you look at it. I could be out and doing big adventures still, you know. My old friends, most of them have died or moved on, you know. I could still be doing this, but that doesn't mean that what I'm doing in Waterdeep isn't important. Even if it feels smaller. I mean, ultimately it's up to you, and I don't think at this point either choice you make is the wrong one. You seem to have your head on straight, and you're smarter than me by leagues, so... But...
I mean, I jumped off a mountain through a shattered stained glass ceiling to fight a dragon. So, I don't know if that's really a fair thing to say.
Okay, maybe you're as dumb as me. But reap your rewards. Okay?
Mhm.
Take time to appreciate your victories. I'll be around here. I think I'll take up the offer to sleep underground tonight. I think that sounds interesting.
Just don't sit up too fast.
Okay.
I mean, this is stone.
Yeah, no, I'll probably just go right back out if I She gives you another squeeze.
We should probably make sure we figure out where everybody is staying and see Pete and Decker, or Pete and Razik. But yeah, I'll be staying down here tonight. It's been a while since I've actually been underground. Actual underground, not in a weird pocket dimension. Probably underground.
You sound more and more like me every time we talk. Yeah. Do you actually want to go and try to kill a dragon tomorrow? I mean, if you do, I'll fucking for sure be there. But, you know, should probably try to sleep before we do that.
Yeah. The dragon is not off the table, but there's definitely other things that are already in progress, so.
All right. Whatever you need. Golden Leader. She grins.
Yeah, that's me. Big, fearless golden leader. Mm-hmm. I can't even tell people not to follow me to their deaths, so, you know.
I mean, I don't even think if you'd gotten that name, it would have changed, you know? I think people would have probably just kept doing that anyway. You are incredibly easy to trust.
Thank you, I think.
All right. Anything else tonight, guys?
At some point, I will like laser jet the circle below Decanter's place. The summoning
Okay.
circle was.
Laser jet.
So many of those words took a lot of processing.
I know my brain was having a problem finding any of the right word, so it's just
Yeah.
adjacent.
Brain almost went night night.
So yeah,
Yeah. With immaculate recreation, you were able to exactly reproduce the summoning circle that you saw in Decanter's lair.
I'll hand it to Faye. Here you go.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right. I'm assuming most people spend the night in the hotel, yeah?
I want to sleep underground as low as they'll let me go.
They don't let you pass the commons.
I don't know how low that is, but I'll take
It's
it.
the first room, but yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay. That sounds like it's it for, unless Pete had anything else he wanted to say?
No, not yet.
Okay. Then I think that's it for tonight, gang.